too bright outside, 'cause I'm low on the phone, you say. So I talk till I drop, you say, how could I have a heart made of stone? Why you? Oh, when we synchronize, it's exactly what I thought and I fantasized. Playing games with my mind, making us collide. And we know how it goes when we're out at night. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. When you bet you're nice, feel so satisfied. When I dig in the dirt, you're in paradise. And I know that you know I can sleep at night. Oh, and you're by my side, and it's smooth how you move, 'cause I'm petrified. Setting traps in my head, messing with my mind. When you talk, but I know you're lying. And I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. Why you so icy cold? My tears can't drip. Sitting awake alone, tattoos I miss. If I was to call your phone, I know you'd click. Baby, can I have the throne? I call it quits. You can even have my car, I don't need it. I've been inside my room since you left it, thinking about the place where we first kissed. Oh, and I don't know how we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold. How we make it out when we make out on the low. Even if it rains, you'd rather make it snow. Both you and me know we gotta let it go. Laying on the ground, wondering why it's so cold.
All right, let's try this one. In the show Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will moves from Philadelphia to the Los Angeles neighborhood of Bel Air. So, which year did the Lakers most recently meet the 76ers in the NBA Finals?
Was it 2000, 2001, 2002, or 2003? This is a hard one.
I know the answer to it. 15-1 ring a bell? That's your hint, 15-1. Historic playoff run, you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna get that these.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
We're the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And an inspired rendition of our national anthem. Really getting warmed up here, just moments away. We'll be back right after this. Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Our game tonight featuring the Los Angeles Clippers as they go up against the Memphis Grizzlies here in FedExForum. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony, Steve Smith, and David Aldridge is joining us from the sideline. DA, take it away.
Kevin, thanks. With the new G League Pathway program, some say that the NBA is competing now with college hoops for top high school players. G League President Sharif Abdur-Rahim said, "I don't think so. This is an opportunity for unique talents, a select group that are tracking toward the NBA. It's a different model from college. Guys, we'll see how this works out in the years to come.
DA, thanks a lot. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Lou Williams.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the Clippers starting five. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Batum. Then it's Ibaka. Then it's Paul George. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for Memphis, Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Anderson is out there with Jonas Valanciunas, and it's Brooks in at the 3 slot. Greg, how hard is it to maintain focus this time of year when you know you're on a championship contending team?
You know, some of that I think depends on the leadership you have in your locker room. Certain guys just keep everybody engaged and motivated. And you know what? You've got to break the season down into chapters to help yourself with the motivation, because sometimes that season can be so long and it's hard to stay focused in the present when you start thinking about the postseason.
I agree. Allen up top. Valanciunas with the ball to the left side wing. Shot clock at 5. Here's Morant. That one wide left. Here's George. And that one drops for him. George has got 5 points so far.
Great hustle by Paul, using his speed in the open court. And then, of course, he's an excellent finisher.
That's tipped. Here's Leonard. Excellent D there from Allen. And so Allen will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. It's a 5-point game. Leonard looking around over Brooks, and it's good off the back rim and in.
Stop it on a dime. Kawhi showing good body control on that pull-up.
And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Morant with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Chalk up 2 there.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And George gets it to go.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And it's blocked by Ibaka.
And that's how you do it. Ibaka still able to surprise people very quick off the floor.
And George, here we go. That one goes in for him too, making it look easy. He's now 4 for 4.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Brooks outside. Nobody near Allen. Drills the 3-pointer.
A player who's aware of everything around him. Brooks sees the man break open and hits him.
And as he gets deeper into his career, Serge Ibaka's shooting continues to improve. What a great job he's done of changing how he scores.
It's very impressive because a late bloomer Serge Ibaka has been on the offensive end. Let's look at last season, his highest point per game average, and he's in his 11th NBA season. And still has great efficiency on the offensive end, but sometimes he's overlooked as a scorer on this team.
Now here's Beverly. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game.
They've wasted no time settling into their offense.
Morant passes to Allen. Here's Brooks. Memphis moving it around. And Anderson kicks to Morant. A putback and staying with the play, Valanciunas.
Gotta love the big man Valanciunas fighting for that extra chance, and he was rewarded for his effort.
Beverly, shot is good off the back rim and in. Beverly's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverly. That is his first foul of the game. And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And early in the game, a defensive play like that goes a long way, establishing the attitude you want.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Allen passes to Brooks. Morant outside. The 17-footer. And the jumper falls for him. Morant's got his second bucket tonight.
Defensively, you want to stop Morant's penetration. He knows that, and he settles for the mid-range pop. They have leaned on him all quarter, and it has worked to perfection.
Here's Morant. Paul George making his last shot. They get a hand on it. Passes it to Allen. Fires the three. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
Look at the big man Valanciunas showing off the playmaking skills.
Here's George. Allen with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 7. A pull-up. Morant finds Anderson.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option. And watching Kyle Anderson, Greg Popovich once stated, he's not what you'd call a typical NBA athlete.
AGA hint the nickname slow-mo because he plays at a deliberate pace. He has tremendous skills, a high basketball IQ. He has improved defensively. He's a jack of all trades.
That free throw good from Anderson.
We all know Kyle Anderson can do it all. Once he gets a little bit more consistent with the shot, watch out.
So he gets them both. And here's Beverly. Here's George. It's good again, and an excellent 7 for 8 shooting night so far.
Excellent concentration from Paul George, overwhelming the aggressive defense with his strength and determination.
And it's sent back by George. The Grizzlies have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And typically a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
And the first one at the line is good. That misses, so he splits the free throws. And the Grizzlies, they come in off a loss to the Mavericks. And it's Leonard. That time on the assist by George.
Off the catch, Leonard with the quick trigger. Nothing but money.
And so Morant will bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing here by 8. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Let's take a brief moment to look at the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's feistiest defensive teams. Number 1, the Grizzlies.
And it's no accident to see them at that top spot, guys. I mean, great awareness and anticipation. They apply a ton of pressure defensively.
That one goes. Count it.
Crafty score off the dribble. Brooks has a good set of moves, and he's smart.
Trying to get open is Ibaka. And it's Beverly missing.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Brooks against Leonard. Brooks the pass to Allen. He dishes it to Valanciunas. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. George, no good.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Allen passes to Anderson. Feeds to Valanciunas. Good, nice job down low. Valanciunas has got his 2nd basket of the night.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
And George gets it to go.
And he's starting to show that killer instinct this quarter, looking to extend the lead.
And Allen slams it in.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Clippers leading by 4. And here's George for 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Now Brooks. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
I love Brooks' offensive versatility. Can score from all 3 levels.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And Smitty, you know what Pat Beverly is going to bring every night. A fearless, ferocious, at times almost sociopathic level of intensity. And this guy just does not take a possession off.
You know, he's one of those guys I would have to question even playing with him. He plays so hard. I know I hate playing against him.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Zubac is checked in for Batum. Marcus Morris comes in for Leonard. Jackson, he's checked in for George. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Williams for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
And it's Morant missing.
And yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
Took him no time at all on that one. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Stretching the floor for Ibaka, this shot's become second nature.
Morant against Williams. Bain. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Williams with the block. Here's Zubac. Off target with his 3. The Grizzlies trail by 9. Morant passes to Tillman. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Now, here's Clark. 11 points for him in that last game against Dallas. Bain. And the 3 off target. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Clippers. And this is the first season matchup for them against the Grizzlies.
And they usually came out on top when these two teams faced off last year. No surprise, they're the better team.
And here's Morant after Lou Williams was able to get the three to go. And he comes up with the deuce. Morant's got 6.
You see the quickness there. Once Morant feels like he's got a step on you, it's over.
And Zubac picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
In this period, they're feeding him, and he's feeling it.
DeAnthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. Tyus Jones comes in for Morant. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Here's Melton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. On the wing, Morris. Covered by Winslow.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or two.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response.
And so here's Memphis. After Reggie Jackson was able to get the triple, launches it. Melton, no good. Clippers leading by 11. Zubac kicks to Williams. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. And it's Memphis the other way. Here's Jones. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt. Here now the Clippers. Ring shot on the way. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. 10 points for him.
The defense is in disbelief here. Triple after triple.
Jones, no one around him. Off target with the free throw line, Jay. Clippers with the ball. They lead by 11. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
Really consistent with their aggression. In that game, we saw very few lulls from an intensity standpoint.
A couple things stood out for me. They were relentless, and they also played under control. That's a deadly combination.
And the rejection by Ibaka. They get it back. On offense, here are the Clippers. Williams for 3, and again Los Angeles with the triple.
Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
Jones looking for an opening. Pass to Melton. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Three-pointer on the way. Jones, no luck. Los Angeles leading by 15. It's Williams with the drive. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
I have to respect how Lou plays. Wiry, strong, no stranger to the +1.
Lou Williams, so crafty, GA, just a knack for putting the ball in the basket.
This guy just has the gift. I mean, it's been that way forever. He is just a born scorer.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
A player like Lou Williams is so valuable. He's an exceptional producer your team can rally around.
To the paint, here's Jones. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Jones has got his second basket of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Grizzlies trail by 16. Pass to Melton. Beyond the arc. Kennard with the rebound. Now, here's Zubac. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Washington.
And his defense was absolutely outstanding, especially his 2 blocks, which helped turn the game.
Here's Melton. Fires the jumper from the corner and nails it.
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is.
And an overpowering first quarter effort. Already a double-digit advantage. The Clippers on top, leading by 17. Live from the FedExForum, you're watching 2K Sports. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverly about his throwback style.
Old school basketball, and it's fun and it's light. Fans deserve it on both sides. It's good old-fashioned basketball. It's all part of the game. We're both trying to win, and that's what people want to see. Hard-nosed, edgy basketball.
Now, pound for pound, Greg, Beverly may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a comfortable margin here for the Clippers guys.
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
You know this, the team that dictates the pace typically rules the roost. We see that here early on.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Luke Kennard out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Marcus Morris. Then it's Ivica Zubac. And it's Leonard in at the 3 spot. The Grizzlies shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. And Memphis making a change here. Valanciunas is checked in.
One shot.
Greg, you were a feared ball hawk in your playing days, and I know you see similar players playing today.
No doubt about that, Kev. Ben Simmons, a player 6'10" with those hands. He's incredible to watch on that. And how about Fred VanVleet, though? He's a guy, they say he's 6'1". I don't know, but he gets into you and competes, man. And that's the beauty of our game. You can be as big as the trees and have a major impact, or you can be one of those little fellas, as they like to call us, and be equally as effective on the floor.
Like the Chris Pauls, the Patrick Beverleys, there are a lot of those guys that play the ball like you did so well. Yeah, right. Great players. And the rejection by Zubac. And that's out of bounds. Memphis will retain possession. And some changes here for the Grizzlies. Kyle Anderson comes in for Clark. And Brooks subbed in for Winslow. Patrick Beverly, he's checked in for Los Angeles. Now off the inbound, and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Wow, he got whacked on that one. Shouldn't be much debate there.
This is his first chance at the line tonight.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
Two shots.
First one falls for him. And the Clippers making a switch here. Batum's checked in. And he makes both free throws.
You're having a lot of success from the line here in the second quarter.
Fires from the wing. And it's Beverly missing. The Grizzlies trail by 15. Outside, Jones. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. And the rejection by Zubats. And Kennard wide open. He shoots. And the Clippers miss again.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
One-on-one here. A three from Leonard. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Leonard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And you see Kawhi's hustle in transition, always putting himself in position to succeed.
Here's Melton. Here's Valanciunas. And the rejection by Zubats. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And here is Los Angeles now. And it's Batum with the ball, bringing it up for Los Angeles. And that one's good. Beverly.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin. Now, John Morant says in an era of 5-star recruits, he was a no-star recruit coming out of high school. And that put that big chip on his shoulder. Now he has "beneath no one" tattooed on his arm. And he says, "My dad always told me that I was trained to go. Basically, that I'm built for the moment." And guys, his time is now.
Sure is, DA. Thank you. Pulls up on the wing, and he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Go ahead, Beverly. Shoot your shot. He's good at playing to his strengths on the offensive end.
Back to Jones. Passes to Brooks. There's the three. And that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 3rd assist on the night.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Got that one up quick.
You think contested shots phase Kennard? No chance. And that's frustrating for defenders.
Beverly against Jones. Melton. And it's off from three-point range. Clippers leading by 21. Leonard attacking, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And Smitty, with LeBron getting into his late 30s, KD coming off the Achilles, for your money, is Kawhi Leonard the best player in the world?
Great question. I know one player, the Greek Freak, might have something to say about that. No less than Michael Jordan himself called Kawhi the best two-way player in the game. That's a very strong endorsement from MJ.
And the first one drops. Greg, you were a physical, defensive-minded player. What are your thoughts on how closely the game is called now as opposed to when you play?
It is, Kevin, and yeah, some people like the physicality of the era I played in, but you know, I like the beauty of the game with the spacing and the freedom of movement, and I think that's one reason why you see so much switching. It's hard to fight through screens without fouling, and ball handlers have become experts at drawing contact, even if it's, you know, incidental. And I think that's just an area where the game has changed so much that that ability to play in space is so vital.
Stolen by Beverly. The three. Cans it from downtown. Beverly's got 12 in the game. Memphis has gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Morant with it. He's coming off a 22-point game against the Mavericks in Dallas.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
And George, here we go.
And with those long strides, it takes Paul George no time to get to the rim.
And for Memphis, they're shooting 33% in the second quarter. The offense has looked crossed up and confused at times. Pass to Brooks. Anderson right side. Just 4 to shoot. That drops and it comes off an assist from Brooks.
Great job executing the offense. That pass on time and on point.
From deep, George. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They come into this one following the loss to the Mavericks.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you could see them losing confidence, and it turned into a domino effect.
And here are the Clippers now, following the score by Memphis.
And staying with it. He drained 2 triples in the first quarter, now gets this one.
Morant outside. Here's Anderson. Great D that time from Batum. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. From down in the low post, it goes. George has got 27.
Capable of flat out torching you. Once PG-13 gets into a groove, watch out.
Here's Leonard. Oh, and the jam by Leonard.
So explosive with the dunk, Kawhi Leonard gets up quick to slam it down.
And here's Brooks. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. Down low. Can they get it? And there it is for him. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night.
This is who you want leading that play. A sure passer with great awareness.
And that one's good. Beverly.
He plays the game with tremendous resolve. Beverly undaunted by the D.
Now here's Brooks. He's got 10. It's Morant in the corner. And a miss there on the triple. The Clippers shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. A shot by Batum, no good. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from three-point range so far in the second quarter. Pass to Valanciunas. Inside, here's Anderson. And he banks in the layup. Anderson's got 6 points in the quarter.
Trying to become a better scorer on all 3 levels. This time, Anderson attacking the interior.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Here's the thing. He's a guy who will go on hot streaks for you over a number of games.
Here's Morant. Paul George making his last shot. Floats one up, and Morant finishes inside. Morant's got 8.
How about the touch on the floater? John Morant making it look too easy.
And the Clippers call time here.
You look back at that 2019 draft, Zion goes 1, Morant goes 2, and with everything we know about them now, could you imagine having to make that choice today?
That is a tough choice, GA. Or even crazier, could you imagine having both of them on your team? The reason why I say that, as amateurs, they played together in South Carolina. Little did they know at the time, they would be the future of this league.
Much better than hearing my you won.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. Jackson, he's checked in for Leonard. And it's Williams in for Patrick Beverly. Williams gets the bucket.
He just gets buckets. When Lou Will is pulling up like this, it's fun to watch.
There's the pass to Morant. A baseline J, and that one is off.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And at his peak, Reggie Jackson is one of the better guards in the league. He's still got that confidence.
Yes, he does. Injuries slowed him down, but still able to create his shot anytime he wants.
Winslow's checked in for Memphis.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Jackson. Greg, as a point guard, you must have had so much fun being surrounded by so much terrific talent at UNLV.
You know, Larry Johnson, Stacey Augmon, I mean, I could go on. And you're right, I was blessed to play alongside these guys. They were incredible talents, finishers. And, you know, you don't always appreciate it going through that moment, but the fact that we're all still close and stay in contact, man, what an awesome experience to be a part of that team.
Chemistry must have been off the charts on that team.
It was, and we had a lot of personalities, man. It was a different era back then, but I tell you, again, I wouldn't trade that experience for anything.
The three from George. Tillman grabs the miss.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
The three from Morant. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
It's been a rough quarter for him. Can't seem to find any kind of rhythm.
Winslow with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Passes it to Clark. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow.
As good a playmaker as he is a scorer, Winslow with great patience and great vision.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. The good-looking shot from the wing. Jackson's got 5 points now in the quarter. And so here's Memphis. And they double up Morant. Clark finds Morant. Back to Clark. And slam dunk by Clark.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Jackson, that's a 2-pointer. And they cash in right away with the quick shot. Jackson's got 10 points. And so Morant will bring it up for Memphis. Pulls up on the elbow. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Ibaka's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's George. Lays it up and banks it in. And that's 31 points for George.
Down the stretch, this is when they need him the most, and he is delivering.
To the inside, Winslow. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And checking out some numbers for Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
And he knocks down the first one.
The 10th overall pick back in 2015, Justice Winslow has been fighting injuries, but he still has a chance to be very good.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Kennard's checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Hey, guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And it's good for 2.
This is the type of playmaker Lou is. Outstanding at getting it to his open guys.
Winslow against Kennard. Winslow kicks to Morant. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got 3 assists tonight.
Woo! He got a clean look, and he makes the defense pay for disrespecting him.
Here's Williams, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Well, he can hit the 3, he can drive it. Now you see what Williams can do from the mid-range.
And the rejection by Ibaka.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Shots good by Kennard.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Now here's Morant. He's got 11. And finished off by Morant.
Bread and butter play. Morant and screen and roll. He'll typically make you pay.
Double team on Williams. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. Williams has got 27 points.
And if you look at this first half, overall, they've just had the better shot selection.
What they have done is ran their plays all the way through until they get something they like. taking things into his own hands this quarter, trying to keep his team afloat.
Double team on Williams. The quick look, no good that time. Memphis has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. And it's Morant missing. The Clippers shooting has been just uncontainable. 72%. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. And that one's on target from the wing. Morris has got 5 now.
You have to be ready for this. Defensively, Morris has a terrific pull-up. Maybe a better choice for him than taking it to the rack.
Here's Williams, and it's in there. He's got 29 points.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
An uncontested shot at the rim, you have to compete at all times.
And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers, way out in front. Their lead at 38 points as we close out the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus at that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. So far, a pretty lopsided game, but still one half to play. I'm Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Paul George taking care of business in this one. He ended up with 31 points, 2 assists. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting historic comparisons. Shaq, for your money, are they as good as any duo in the league?
Without question, Ernie Cornelius Johnson. 2 players who are both MVP caliber. Yes.
I didn't know your middle name was Cornelius.
Neither did I.
Okay.
I don't think it is.
Okay. But for Shaq's money, most importantly, this would be a big step. But, they're a huge factor. I'll say that. But Cornelius, I did not know it was Cornelius.
ECJ, baby.
It's not Cornelius.
ECJ.
I guess it is now.
Eastern Conference jersey, Cornelius.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. It's been one outstanding game from George.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. While we've got a moment, let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant and Allen at the guard spots. Dylan Brooks out there with Kyle Anderson. And it's Valanciunas in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
The homecoming for Paul George, playing in L.A. with the Clippers. They gave up a king's ransom to OKC. 5 first-round picks and Danilo Gallinari and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Two.
First free throw is good.
And guys, the Clippers were willing to give almost anything for PG because they basically got Kawhi Leonard in the deal as well.
And let's remember, GA, he could have been a Laker. They would have had to trade away the second pick in the 2017 draft, that or Brandon Ingram. Their loss became the Clippers' gain.
And George drops them both.
In OKC, Paul George showed he could be an MVP caliber performer. With Kawhi on the Clippers, he could be that 1B or that 1A.
Stolen by George. And he drops in the layup off the glass. George has got 35.
Smooth off the bounce with the strength to finish through contact. Paul George showing us how it's done.
Allen passes to Morant. And here is Brooks for three. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. Ibaka's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done.
And PG, he has the versatility to succeed in different roles. Doesn't have to dominate the ball.
Yes, and if anything, he's more comfortable scoring within the flow of the offense. With his all-around impact, doesn't need to force things to make winning plays. But if you need him to, he can.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Insane move by Paul George, a high flyer who can create in midair.
Beverly against Morant. Pass to Allen. Three-pointer. Valanciunas. Great positioning on the putback.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
George against Allen.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 5 to start the second half, developing a nice rhythm out there. Up top, Valanciunas, defended by Ibaka. Valanciunas dishes to Morant. Good. Morant's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I like this play. Good teamwork. You don't want to force Morant to do everything himself.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And here we can check out the story on Jonas Valanciunas. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 6th in rebounding. And with a top 20 ranking in field goal percentage, you put the ball in his hands and he converts at a remarkable rate.
And he's a top 10 rebounder this year for good reason. He's unbelievably driven and he competes with you for the entire game. The first free throw is good.
The rare guy who can do everything at both ends. Paul George gives you a chance to win every night.
And both free throws good for Paul George.
It's interesting. No free throw attempts for him in the first half. He's finally pushing the action and reaping the reward.
Pass to Allen. Now here's Anderson. With the teardrop. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 7th assist in the game. And George, here we go. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm. And what an incredible shot in the arm for this franchise. The opportunity to draft a potential superstar in Ja Morant, and they had only a 6% chance of landing that number 2 overall pick.
Zubac is checked in for Serge Ibaka.
Shooting one.
Free throw good, Paul George. They've had a lot of good players come through Memphis over the years, GA, but probably no one with Morant's upside.
He has future league MVP potential. Once the three-point shot is consistent, once he cuts back on the turnovers, I just don't know how you stop him.
Leonard, the stupendous finish in traffic. Leonard's got 18 points in the game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Morant passes to Anderson. Back to Morant. And the 3-ball is good. Morant's got 23.
I think consistency from 3 is in Morant's future. On that shot, he was well balanced and focused.
And that one's good, George.
Continuing from where he left off. First three-pointer of this half, fourth of the game.
Morant looking around. Now the pass to Valanciunas. Looking for Allen and gets it there. That's in for his fifth make of the night. Now shooting at a 50% clip, 5 for 10.
Now that's where you like your shots to come from.
Here's George, and George with the stuff.
So smart with the ball in his hands. George reads the floor well and takes advantage of what's there.
Memphis has gone into the three-point range 4 times since halftime and buried 2 of them. Memphis moving that ball around. Allen, the open look. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got assist number 8 here in this one already. And George, here we go. Good, he hits again. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
Every organization needs team-first guys like Patrick Beverly. That's a terrific pass.
Allen for 3, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Man, he keeps doing his part. They just haven't been able to get over the hump.
And it's George finishing it off.
Long and athletic, PG-13 is a terror when he reaches the cup.
Memphis has gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Allen for 3. The shot will not fall, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. And there's Paul George on the assist by Leonard. George has got 55.
Kawhi is carving up this defense. Love his awareness. He is finding the open man.
Allen, that's good. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Clippers. Here's George. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
And it'll be his 4th time going to the free throw line in the game.
And just a top-notch free throw shooter this year, all the way up there at 88%.
And he makes the first. The Grizzlies making a switch here. And George drops them both. And for Memphis, they're shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Passes it to Melton. And another basket for Memphis.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And a chance there to look back at the stunning mobile 1 block a moment ago.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Great shooting for him at the foul line tonight, 7 of 7.
At the line for 2.
The first one falls. Brandon Clark, he's checked in for Kyle Anderson. And then for Los Angeles, Marcus Morris comes in for Nicholas Batum. And it's Jackson in for Patrick Beverly. And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Memphis has gotten the three-pointer to fall to the tune of 50% here in the third quarter. They've made 3 of 6. Got a piece of it. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. Here's Morris. Gets it to go from 18 feet away. Morris has got 7.
Ripping and running. They have a big advantage now in those transition opportunities.
It's stolen by Morris. Here's Leonard. Count it. And he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
Now here's Morant. 23 points in the game. And the dunk by Valanciunas.
Valanciunas getting rewarded there for putting down a solid screen on the pick and roll.
And George, here we go. And it's George finishing it off.
Putting consistent pressure on this defense. Just the threat of him out there makes this offense work.
And so it's Memphis with it. Morant with it. Guarded now by Jackson. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
Dominating when it matters most. Give him the ball and get out of the way.
Here's Melton. He has 6. From outside the arc, it's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. To the middle. Whoops, they pick off the pass. And they're running. Here's Melton. A huge slam, the perfect end of the fast break.
And his competitiveness showing through. That's an aggressive finish.
He is just unwilling to settle. He gets right to the rim and makes sure they come away with points.
The Grizzlies shooting one of the high points for them in this game at 54%. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play going to the line for 1.
No clue how he got that one to fall.
The Grizzlies have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9. And the Clippers call time here.
Well, it's a players' league, but certainly coaching has its place.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Luke Kennard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for George.
One shot.
And it's the Clippers' ball. Here's Kennard. Right side Jackson. Good on the 13-footer. Jackson's got 12 in the game.
Good defense. Jackson could have passed out of it, but showing confidence in his jumper.
Jones, the pass to Clark. Here's Melton. Connects from three-point range. Melton's got 10 points in the quarter.
A much different player here in the second half. He's taken advantage of what the defense allows.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Awesome scoring effort from Lou Williams tonight, showing once again when he gets on a roll, he can carry you.
Williams against Jones. Pass to Tillman. Winslow with it. Jones from outside. Good, and the nice assist from Winslow. Winslow's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Williams, that's for 2. It's rebounded by Memphis. And here we go, the Grizzlies on a fast break. Winslow's running. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. He's got 14. It's been all Clippers. Here's Jackson. It's Clark with the rebound. Clark's got 5 rebounds tonight. Jones against Williams. Jones with the bounce pass. And the shot goes in.
Wow, fired that bounce pass in there beautifully.
So it's the Clippers now.
And watching Brandon Clark play, first thing you notice, the young fella plays above the rim.
He's very quick off the floor, GA. Had a max vertical of over 40 inches at the combine. Did you hear me? Over 40 inches. And I think he was the steal of the draft. Fortunately for the Grizzlies, he fell to 21. You know, he's still a streaky shooter, but Lou Williams has refined his jumper to the point where it's much more consistent.
Pass to Winslow. Over Kennard. Winslow's shot is off.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
It's good. Morris has got 4 this quarter.
And the confidence of Morris, even with the hand in his face, he knows he can deliver.
Here's Clark, and it's Clark with the jam.
Skying high, one of his advantages as an undersized 4.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting just phenomenal here tonight. 73% from the field. Williams. And that one goes long. And it's Jones with the ball for Memphis. Melton feeling it out a bit. Clark for 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
And this is what the coaching staff loves when they watch Clark, wanting to improve his shooting off the catch.
The shot by Williams, no good. And for Memphis, they're shooting it very well tonight, around 57%. Winslow, and the dunk by Winslow.
Not the tallest wing you're going to find, but Winslow very explosive.
Here's Williams. That one off the back iron and out. And so here's Memphis. And here's Winslow. 8 points for him. 29 seconds left to play here in the third. Good work defensively by Morris. And the basket by Jackson. Jackson's got 14.
That is a powerful point guard right there. Reggie converting against very tight defense.
Inside, Melton. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
For Memphis, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
It's been all Clippers. Here's Ibaka, and a little luck that time, but it drops. He has 5.
It's amazing. Serge entered the league with such raw fundamentals. Now he's pulling up off the dribble and knocking them down.
Here's Clark. Can't hit the free throw line jump. Paul George, he's been the guy making things happen for Los Angeles. He has never been better. This is the most points he's scored in his career. And he is looking to add to it. Right back after this break. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
And he's always been the favorite to bag this honor. These kind of feeds are his bread and butter.
This is what you need your floor general to do. Take charge, lead by example, unselfish play.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Patrick Patterson is out there with Ibaka. Then it's Luke Kennard. Then there's Batum, and it's Man in at the point. Here's Jones. The Clippers getting the bucket. The pass to Melton. Clark with it, guarded now by Patrick Patterson. And the rejection by Ibaka. There's another block, making his presence felt on this end.
He's holding down the fort, anchoring the defense.
Batum, good.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
Winslow, the pass to Tillman. Back to Winslow. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
With Winslow, physical play doesn't necessarily take him out of his rhythm.
Here's Man, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Impressive, really, from that short 17 area. They are not missing many.
Jones drives in. That one is no good. He is 6 for 11 in the game. Here's Batum, and that one off the back of the rim and in.
Well, they've won the battle of transition buckets, and those easy points have helped them build this lead.
It's such an advantage when you can get out and run and get a good look before the defense can set up.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Good shooting can be contagious. You see the confidence running through this team right now.
Now here's Jones. Here's Tillman, and that comes off the assist by Jones. Jones has got his 6th assist on the night. That's a 2 from Kennard, and a little luck that time, but it drops.
Luke Kennard gets the ball off quickly, and the mechanics are consistent.
And so it's Jones. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Here's Melton. No good with the triple. The Clippers have gotten absolutely red hot shooting the ball here in the fourth. A perfect 6 for 6. Here's Patterson, and the Clippers getting another bucket right there.
Wow, 10 straight points from mid-range.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Winslow with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. And the rejection by Ibaka. The open shot by Kennard. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Kennard's got 4 points in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Melton. The rebound by Patterson.
Get that weak stuff out of here. That's embarrassing.
Over Clark. Patterson, that's good.
And they're getting points. They're getting stops. And this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Tillman's shot is good.
That's just staying in the moment, keeping with the current possession.
Stripped away. And now Jones running the floor all by himself. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Steve, if you were a GM and you could choose one player, who would you start your team with?
Right now, I think the perfect player to start your team off right now because of the way everything is going is Anthony Davis. He can play 1 through 5. Defensively, he can change a game. Offensively, he can play in and out. And he's just that fluid player that matches up with today's game.
And the first one at the line is good. And the new G League Pro Team, Smitty, signed a number of 5-star high school basketball players. How do you think this is going to impact the college game?
Well, I think it's going to impact it, Kevin. You miss out on those stars for sure. But I think you'll get more guys that'll play 2, 3, 4 years in college, which will give college basketball more consistency.
He hits both from the stripe.
Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
Shot on the wing. Goes back up. Jump shot is good.
And one of the stories of the second half has been all of those second chance points. I mean, they have been terrific on the offensive backboard.
Now here's Jones. Bain. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Now, here's Kennard. Defense is right there. Here's Patterson. And they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. Allen for 3. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Patterson's got 5 rebounds tonight. 18 feet out, and they pick up 2.
You like Patterson because he's always looking for a spot on the floor to score.
Memphis has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Jones kicks to Zhang. Here's Tillman. Kennard covering. Tillman's shot is good. Tillman's got 6 here in this quarter. And the Clippers call time here. Greg, it's pretty typical for players of the past to talk about current players and say they may have struggled had they played when I played. What do you think of that line of thinking?
You know, I just don't agree with that. And I think we all do that. We all feel like our era was the best. I had the same thoughts being passed my way when I first came into the league.
I'm sure.
The reality is these guys work just as hard as guys worked back in our era. They just have more understanding of what their value is. And in a lot of ways, they've got more courage to speak out because, you know, let's face it, they're more of a bullseye on their back in today's era with social media than we've ever seen before.
That is true. And the Clippers making a change here. Kevin Gelly's checked in. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. And Jones over to help. From the top of the key. And it's Beverly missing. The Grizzlies shooting in the fourth quarter has looked shabby, 38%. He tries for 3. Jones, no luck. The Clippers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Knocked away. Here's Patterson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way.
Not a lot of forwards in the league are as comfortable from range as Patterson is.
Beverly against Jones. And it's blocked. And they get it back. And finished off by Zhang. And the Clippers call time here.
I ain't playing in the whole other league. Go to Philly, then I go to Reddy's, then I get a rollie, then I meet up, and then I get it, and then I take it. Feel like Carson Wentz, I got the wisdom and sit the bitch, I got a funny feeling that's folding. Boy, still the coldest. This the moment I come here for you. Yeah, they for long, no monkey business, can't H&M, it's no. Shout out to Cape Town. It's always a great time. Donald said all of us live in us. I said let me go to Lagos. How you like to play tough? You really hating cause your pay stuff. Philly women really chilling with me now. I really can't stop saying John. The double MG is back, mo. See me with sneaking with Fat Boy. See they can sleep on my raps they have. But who really can back? Spin a minute, make it back. Making up off I don't even got to back.
Here's Beverly, again Los Angeles.
You talk about a player who never backs down. Beverly unbothered by the good deed.
Well, Smitty, you were a player with versatility and length. How much fun would you have had with today's style of play?
I think, Kevin, I was a guy that kind of played 1 through 3 at 6'8". But nowadays, I could have played 1 through 5. I would have loved playing the 5 position. Reason why, I could have got my shot off at any time I wanted. And the three-point shot, Kevin, you can take 10, 12 three-pointers. I would have loved that.
Down low, Jang, and finished off by Jang.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Here's Beverly. It's blocked. Now here's Allen. D right on him. Jones for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Jones has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Clippers shooting 71% all in all in this one. They've been brilliant offensively. Shots good by Kennard.
In addition to being a good floor spacer, Luke Kennard is shifty in the mid-range area.
Back to Jones. Doesn't go that time. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Patterson inside. Here's Allen. And with the rebound. A lot of talk about reseeding in the playoffs when you got down to the final 4 teams. If it ensures the 2 best teams make the finals, it would seem to me, Greg, to be worth it. What about you?
You know, it could be. I think about the worldwide attention on that championship round, but you got to get the Eastern Conference teams to sign off on that. And, you know, we've seen it happen in the past where the power shifts from one conference to the other. But ultimately, nothing better than seeing the 2 best teams play for it all.
At the point guard position, Patrick Beverly is a great shot blocker.
Fires from 14, and the shot goes in. Beverly's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Working against size, he's just crafty enough to carve out some wiggle room.
And that's tough to do from the mid-range because help can come from anywhere, but he beats everyone to the punch.
Now the Clippers with it. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. Grizzlies making a switch here. Konchar's checked in. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. Memphis has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter. Bane. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Woo, that's just a case of bad defense and even worse offense.
Here's Kabengele. Rebound by Jang.
He looked just a little out of rhythm. He's still trying to establish consistency from there.
And the league taking steps to discourage teams, Greg, from tossing away seasons in search of high draft picks. Has enough been done, you think, in that regard?
We'll see. I tell you, the idea of a play-in
that's
tournament
a tough one, isn't it?
For the last few playoff spots, I think that's a good idea, actually. It might keep more teams in the hunt down the stretch. And I think the onus also, if the fans put enough pressure on their teams to try to develop what they have and not always put it on the future, I think that's going to help. But I think you're going to always have a little bit of that moving forward.
Not sure if that's the shot you were looking for, but it's a fairly clean look. Almost have to take it. Some coaches might not like taking the 3 on the fast break, but he had the open look and buried it.
The Clippers shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. D'Anthony Melton, he's checked in for Memphis. A minute 50 left in the fourth quarter. To the inside, Bane. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That's how you set the table and everybody gets to eat.
Here's Kennard. Here's Kabengele. And the layup's good off the glass.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Reason why: lack of focus, lack of communication, which led to second chance points.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
As one-sided as it gets today, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so this is going to end up as victory number 24 on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Paul George.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got.
And the Clippers call time here. And now, a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And guys, he's been about as close to perfection as you can be. The intensity he's played with has been amazing. Just no let up. And as fired up as he's been, he's never let his emotions get out of control.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Here's man. It's on target from the high post.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the plays.
Especially during this last run, which ultimately put the game away.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for them.
That's something they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
And again, the Clippers good for two.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Melton's shot is good.
And guys, there are some you can give that shot to, but let's be clear, he's not one of them. Terrible job there by the D.
Man nails it from the high post. Here's Melton. Good on the bucket. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Right side Jackson. So the Clippers winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Hey, thanks, Kevin. PG, you guys look confident out there, and especially yourself. How were you so effective offensively?
I just kept moving. Within our offense, the key is to move. My teammates do a great job of setting screens and getting me open. I just got to, stay within offense.
Well, it was great flow tonight, and it led to a good win, man. Congratulations. Kevin, all yours.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.